second cactus bloom. I just uncovered it to see the condition of it, and it's super crispy, but I'm gonna pour this when I am back. Put some silica gel on the bottom of this container, and I'm just making sure that the bottom of this plastic container has a fair amount of silica gel. And then I am going to carefully, gently place this bloom back into silica gel just to take out the moisture, whatever's left. And then I'm gonna microwave it for 2 minutes because it sat outside of silica gel for 4 days and it picked up moisture, so it's not as crispy and dry as when I first took it out of silica gel. So just to take out whatever moisture it picked up while sitting, because I didn't have time to put it in resin before I left, it sat and then picked up moisture. Had I left it in silica gel the entire time I was gone, it would have probably fell to pieces, because if you leave it in too long, it'll just fall apart. So I don't want that to happen. So it just sat in this container. But I think I'm good. This is gonna microwave. It's covered. I'm gonna put it in the microwave without it being covered. And I'm gonna put a glass of water in the microwave as well, and then microwave it together for 2 minutes. Get my fan brush and just see if the bloom is extra crispy. I put it in for 2 minutes, and if I need to put it in longer, I will, but I think I'm good. So let's slowly uncover the bloom. Now Tanya's bloom fell apart compared to my epiphyllum bloom, and I believe Sonia's bloom was an epiphyllum bloom. So the center of my bloom and Sonia's bloom stayed, but when I took the back of Tanya's bloom off, I think I'm good. Tanya's bloom fell apart when I took the backing off of her bloom, so I have to be very careful because I'm gonna put this big bloom face down. Are you crispy? I just hate to have this burn in the resin. Resin and water do not go well together. So you want to make sure you get all of the moisture out. Okay. Let's see. Do I like the way how it dried? I think it's good to go. Okay. So basically what I'm gonna have to do is place these little bits and pieces from the bloom in the center, and then pray that when I demold it, it looks like it wasn't in pieces. So I'm gonna have to do that. And the center of the bloom too. So this is gonna be a very fun pour for me because I've learned to teach myself this technique of putting it in the microwave for an extra 2 minutes if it didn't transfer from silica gel straight directly into resin, and it sat for a couple of days outside of silica gel, because I've had my bloom burn in resin because I let it sit for a couple of days outside after being preserved, and it picked up moisture, and then it burnt from picking up moisture while sitting. I taught myself a new thing with Sonia's bloom, so we don't want that happening in the future, and I'm glad that I taught myself that little trick. So that's gonna be my thing now. while my water is boiling for my warm water bath for the resin, I'm gonna microwave my blooms one last time to just make sure that there's no moisture. So I finally have my respirator mask, thank goodness. And I'm also trying a new resin that I've had for a while, and I want to see how this one works for me. I have a little bit left of my first one, but it's not enough for a big piece that I'm doing. I probably can maybe make keychain or a bookmark. And then I just have to make this tighter, but this is what it's gonna look like. And I won't be breathing in the fumes, so I just need to make it a little bit tighter, and then I'm good to go. Now that we got that, let's see how long these cartridges last. I'm not pouring every day, and this was a size small, so here's the 3M that I got. So when my water is done, I'm going to soak my new resin into warm water bath. Let's see how this one works for me. This is a tabletop epoxy, so it's going to hopefully not give me any problems with my pieces. And it's a 1-to-1 ratio. And I'm going to use the same round mold, but I want to get a really big, deep, chunky mold, like a square mold. And a tray and like a moon or a moon tray. That's like my goal. So I'm going to clean my cup. It'll pick up the leftover resin, and it's like super easy to clean. So while my water is heating up to soak these in, I'm just gonna be here cleaning my molds and my stirring stick and silicone cup, and then I'd be good to go. So I'm gonna mix this for 3 minutes and then pour. And I'm gonna get my heating gun and my digital scale, and that's it. I'm super excited. This is gonna be I think a 3-layer pour, and I have to pour every 4 hours, so it's gonna be a long process, but I'm excited to do this bloom for Tanya, and yeah, it'll be super cool. So I'll be here. What I do is I just loop around my tape, put it in my fingers like this, and I clean my molds, and it picks up all of the leftover resin from my previous project. And I do that for everything. I do that for my molds, my stick, and my cup. So I'll be here cleaning my molds. Oh my goodness. Let's do this. I'm gonna pour A and B 1-to-1 ratio, and then I'm going to stir for 3 minutes with my respirator on the whole time. Yay, finally glad I was able to get one. And then I'm going to stir with my heat gun, aiming into the cup just to get out the extra bubbles. And then I'm going to pour my first layer in here and then slowly work this bloom in it. If I have any left over, I have my keychains here that I can pour into, but I think this is going to be a good pour. So let me just make sure I don't get any water in the molds. All right, let's see how this new resin and this new mask works out for me. Alright you guys, it is the next day and this second brand I'm trying out for resin cured pretty good. I'm not upset of the process. I did the second layer of Tanya's bloom at midnight, and when I woke up this morning it was already cured. So I took it out of the mold this morning and I wanted to share with you the beautiful piece, and I am not mad at it. And also I did 2 thick layers as you see here versus 3 regular layers with Sonia's bloom with the other brand of resin. And I know with that resin I had a few exothermic reactions where it started smoking up because I was putting a little bit too thick of a layer of resin. But with 2 layers in this mold, it didn't smoke up on me. And take a look at the back part of the piece. Pretty good. There is a little bubbling like here and here. There's a little bubbling, but for somebody who doesn't do resin, and if they looked at this, I mean, you can't even tell. It looks like a perfect piece. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna let it just sit in the mold here for an extra day. I just wanted to at least share what it looked like. And then let's pop out these pieces here. I did this 2 days ago. I added the micro glitters in this moon piece here instead of the flaky AB glitters, and I did that as well for this. And I can always use a filer to get these off. But what I'm thinking is, and I'll share with you what I got for my keychain, which is going to be so cute. So here is the Hoya Bella blooms with the fern in here and little micro glitters. I think it came out pretty good. I'm not mad at it. What I think I might do is I might make a mobile with like a bunch of moon and stars. I think that would look so cute, and use one of the branches from the outside of my tree and just kind of hang them down like this. I think I want to try. So I'm really excited to make more of these moon and star keychains. I'm thinking I'm gonna make a mobile, and then let me know what do you think about Tanya's bloom. This is a very beautiful piece. Between Sonia's bloom and Tanya's bloom, this is probably the best work I've done. And the way how it preserved too, like, I'm not mad. This is the largest bloom I've ever preserved and put into a resin. And as you can see, like, it does turn yellow if the petals are white. And that's it. I mean, I can't do anything about it, but the piece is perfect. And I added like little glitters in it too. So let me know down in the comments below, how do you think I did for this resin project, and are you interested in seeing me preserve more? I got a very big tray mold, and these molds are very expensive. I think I spent about $100 on that mold, so I'm definitely going to be using it a lot. But I figure I invest in a bigger mold to do bigger pieces now that I've done this resin art for 2.5 months. I feel like this is something I want to stick with in the upcoming years and just have fun with my houseplants and the blooms that come through the collection every year. And I can't wait to make some trays. So hope you guys enjoyed this resin video of me preserving my blooms, preserving my plant friends blooms, and putting them into resin. And putting them into resin was really fun, and I am sharing my journey on both of my channels. I'm very new to this, and it's just fun to share my journey, share my celebratory pieces and my mistakes with you guys. And I mean, just imagine what my technique and my art will look like a year from now. I'm like barely 3 months in, and I feel pretty happy with my technique and just the work I've done already. So if you are into resin, if you're into preserving your blooms in silica gel, or if you're thinking about it, let me know in the comments down below. Let me know what do you think about the pieces that I did in today's video, and I will be doing more along the way. I think I have 3 more epiphyllum blooms left that I would like to preserve, and I'm trying to think how I'm going to do that. So if you're new, welcome to the channel. Subscribe for daily uploads between the main channel Monday to Thursday and the vlog channel Friday to Sunday. You get a video each and every day. Until next time, aloha from Santa Monica, California. Bye.